Hey sis, girl, welcome to my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for clicking on this video. Welcome to the sisterhood, girl. So my name is Jaé Thompson, but everybody calls me Jay for short because everybody calls my name wrong. But anyway, that's fine. It's whatever, moving on. But anywho, thank you so much for clicking on this video. So let's get right into it. In this video, sis, we're gonna be talking all about eyebrows. Girl, I know there is nothing on my face, which is why we're gonna manufacture some. Okay? So in this video, we're gonna be talking about everything concerning eyebrows. What to do, what not to do, how do you get the perfect eyebrow, how long or short your eyebrow should be. Sis, we're gonna cover everything in this video. So I hope that you stay tuned because it's gonna get really interesting. So to manufacture these eyebrows, sis, we're gonna need a few items, obviously. So first and foremost, you're gonna need a brow pencil. I will be using a dark brown pencil. I used to use black, but I learned the hard way that that's a bad choice. So don't do it. Especially if you have my skin color, stay away. Okay, stay away. Next up, you're gonna need a spoolie, sis. This is mandatory, okay? If you want perfect eyebrows, that is. Just saying. Next up, you're gonna need concealer. I will be using this color concealer in the name Fawn. I would recommend using a concealer that is at least 2 shades lighter than your skin tone for underneath the eyebrow. For above the eyebrow, you can either use foundation or a concealer that is much closer to your skin tone. Alright, next you're gonna need a flat brush such as this. This is what we're gonna shape and carve our eyebrows with. You're also going to need a fluffier brush, and this is what we're gonna blend the concealer with. And last but not least, I will be using this compact powder that is close to my skin tone, also to help blend the concealer because we don't want no halo eyebrows around here. Okay, we don't need that line that make it look like we cut them out and just no. It is 2021, we ain't got time for that. Okay, so let's get into it. Step number 1, sis, you're gonna take a spoolie and we're gonna brush our eyebrow hairs up and out. We're gonna go up and out. You need everybody to be in one accord, okay? There should be no disobedience in the midst. Okay. And then, since if you don't have a sharp point on this pencil, please sharpen it. I promise you, the point will work way better. So, sharpen that pencil, girl. So now that you have the point that you need on your pencil, the first thing I'm going to do is fill my eyebrow in, but I'm not going to start at the very beginning of my eyebrow. I'm going to start a little way back from about here. And I'm going to fill in my eyebrow, not using a very heavy hand at all, but somewhat heavy. Okay, but we're not trying to create any caterpillar eyebrows. You see what I'm saying? Okay, so I'm just going to flip my... Jesus Christ, girl. The blood of Jesus. You little Judas. Girl, I know y'all see how that pencil betrayed me now. Child. Anywho's, shall we continue? Because the devil ain't want to show here. Period. Okay. Alright, so we're gonna continue where we left off because moving on. So the eyebrow here is, yes, everybody in one accord, right? So I have filled in the eyebrow at the end. As I was saying before, I was betrayed. I've started a little bit back from the beginning, and then I worked my way to the end of my eyebrow, and I formed the shape for my eyebrow that I wanted. Before I move on from here, a technique that I know of, if you're new to the eyebrow game and you don't know where exactly your arch should be, how long your eyebrow should be, how short, etc, etc, you can take something that is slender like this, you place it here, using your nose as a guide. That should show you where the beginning of your eyebrow should be. You slant it, and that should show you where your arch should be, and you slant it a little further, and that should show you where the end of your eyebrow should be. So don't be out here with your arch all over the place. Okay, use this technique and do what you have to do. Okay, sis? Okay. So now that I've created the outline that I want for my eyebrow, concealer will fix it, don't worry. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go to the front of my eyebrow, and I'm just gonna create a baseline from the beginning right to where I began filling in my eyebrow. And I'm using a very light hand. I'm not trying to create anything that's dark, because sis, I hate dark fronted eyebrows. Okay, what? Did you come to earth with dark fronted eyebrows? Huh? I know that is not the work of Jesus. So why are you trying to manufacture it on your face? You should have some kind of transition, some kind of, you know, light to dark type of transition going on. Not this. Stop doing. Sis, let me show you how we get the fade effect, so you can stop your face. Okay? Okay. Trying to help you, sis. I'm just trying to help you. Okay. So I'm using a very light hand, and I'm going to create the baseline from here going right across to meet where I began the eyebrow. Now I like for my line to go a little bit down, not straight across. You see how that dips? Yeah, that's my preference. If you don't like it, do you, boo-boo. But I'ma do me. Okay? Okay. So now that I've created baseline, what I'm gonna do next is fill in very lightly again, because we're trying to create that fade. Okay. So we fill in very lightly at the bottom of the eyebrow, just down here. We're not going all the way up. Okay, because we're going to use the spoolie later on to blend it upward. So I'm just going to go here and flip my hand upward with the pencil, just like that. Okay, that's all we need, sis. That's all we need. Now going back in with the spoolie, and I'm gonna just brush the product upward and into my eyebrow. Okay, just like that. If you see any sparse areas that you want to go back in and fill in, you can do that. Not the front though. Okay. Okay, so that's the base of this eyebrow. Okay, that's all we need to do. We're gonna conceal everything else and gonna snatch the eyebrow the way we like it. Okay, so I'm just gonna duplicate everything on my next eyebrow, and then we're gonna conceal. Okay, so I'm looking a little bit scary. That's okay. Okay, now that's where concealer comes in. I'm going to take a little bit of concealer and I'm just going to put it on the back of my hand. I don't use a lot of concealer, because the more concealer you use, the more blending you have to do, and I ain't got time all the time. Okay, just saying. Now I'm going to take my flat brush, sis, and I'm going to flatten the flat brush even more, because I've come to realize the flatter the brush, the easier it is to carve and shape the eyebrow. Okay, so flatten that brush, sis, flatten it out. Okay, now I'm just going to dip it into the concealer, taking a little at a time, not taking much. You need to take this in strides. Okay, just about that much. Alright, beautiful. Now I'm going to begin in the same place where I began filling in my eyebrow at the beginning. Yes, I'm just going to go right back from here and conceal going to the end of my eyebrow. Okay? Now once I've done that, I'm just going to continue and I'm going to go back to the front and conceal it as well. And once I've concealed the bottom of my eyebrow to my liking, then I'm going to bring the concealer downward so that it's easier to blend later on. So I'm going to bring it down as much as I can with the brush, and then I'm going to go in with my finger and I'm going to pat it into my skin or press it into my skin. The finger does a much better job than a brush would, in my opinion, so I use my finger. I'm going to try and get as close to my eyebrow as I can and blend the concealer. Okay, I've patted all I can pat. Now we go for the compact powder and the fluffy brush, and I'm going to dip it into the compact powder. I'm going to knock off the excess. And then I'm going to press the powder right where the concealer was. And I'm going to get as close to my eyebrow as I can without wiping it off. Because my Lord Jesus, girl, I have done that. Undo all of my hard work. So, easy does it? Just take your time, dear. Take your time. And then I bring it down, cover my entire eyelid, because again we need that flawless base. And that's how I do the bottom of my eyebrow. So I'm going to do the same thing on the next side, and then we're going to deal with the top.
It helps the speaker lead his audience into the scene he described by creating an imaginary picture. Usually it's something that moves.
So that's the bottom of the eyebrows. Now we're going to do with the top. Now I don't always do the top of my eyebrow because I try to make it as effortless, as flawless as possible so that I don't have to go over the top. You see what I mean? Ain't nobody got time. So, but in the event that I don't do it properly on some day, I would use some foundation because I don't have a concealer that is close to my skin tone and we don't want halo eyebrows. So I'm going to take some of my foundation and I'm just going to take a little at a time. Same as with the concealer. You don't need a lot, sis. And I'm going to go over the top of my eyebrow and the shape I'll carve to my liking. Now when I'm concealing or shaping the top of my eyebrow, I don't go all the way to the front, like up here. That gives a very unnatural effect to me, and I don't like it. Okay, it gives it too sharp. So I don't do it. If you want to do it, do you, boo-boo. Okay, just saying. And then when I'm finished, I will bring the foundation outward so that it's easier to blend as well. Okay, so I've done that. And to blend, I'm going to use the same brush that I was using. I'm going to just dust off some of the powder out of it and go right back in and blend the foundation. Now sis, take your time lest you wipe off the eyebrow. Okay? Take it from me. Take your time. Okay, and that's the finished result, sis. Now I'm gonna do the next eyebrow.
So then, why?
Okay, sis, so there you have it. These are the final results. These are what my eyebrows look like after the work is done. I hope that this video was helpful for you. I had fun making it. I hope you had fun watching it. And I hope that you would subscribe, that you hit the like button on your way out. And don't forget to hit the notification bell as well so that you're notified every time I upload a new video. And without further ado, sis, let me just remind you that you are worthy. Okay? All right, good job, sis. I'll see you next time. Love ya. Bye.